Okay, guys, Happy New Year. For me, right now, it is January 3rd, Sunday at 9:34 p.m. This video is going to be one where I talk a lot and there's not any action because I'm going to sit here and talk. So if you're not the kind of person who likes to watch those kinds of videos, then I'm letting you go free. For the past almost 3 years, I'll say 2 years. Actually, no, for my whole entire 20s, I've been in this period of my life where I'm meant to be healing, meant to be growing, meant to be becoming the person who I'm supposed to be. And I've come to the pinnacle, not the pinnacle, but a place where I believe that I finally amassed enough information to live or start living the life that I believe is the life I'm supposed to live. I want to be able to share everything that I've learned with people. I think that one of my purposes in life, if this is not for everyone in the world, is to heal and help others heal. By no specific way except any way that makes me joyful, any way that makes me happy. I actually really like talking on YouTube. I like all of the things that I'm talented at. As you guys know, I'm a singer and a performer, and I believe there's a very valid way, that is a very valid way of helping people heal. I've been reading a lot, and there are some books that have really propelled me into the space that I am today, which I think is a good space to be in. The one that I most recently finished was Money and the Law of Attraction by Esther Hicks and her husband. This book is not for the faint of heart. Even if you're not a spiritual person, I think the things that are said in this book are kind of law, like they said. I think it is just naturally, this is how life works. One of the things that I've come to understand after listening to that book is that life is not about anything else except living your joy, pursuing joy. I really 100% believe that there is no way on earth, if you believe in God or if you don't, there's no way on earth or on this planet to work and be sad. I don't understand. That cannot be. I refuse. I believe that the society that we're in forces us to believe we are not worth anything unless we're making lots of money. And a lot of people feel as though the only way they can make a lot of money is to do hard work, back-breaking labor, things that make them upset all the time. And only the lucky ones can be joyful. That's what we think. I don't believe that is what we're supposed to do, and I reject that thought. I reject it here and now. I reject that. A lot of the things that I've learned from the books that I've read, including the one that I just mentioned, they seem so simple. The key to a joyful life is to only move in joy. This year, I will not be working hard. This year, I will not be doing anything that I don't want to do. Nothing that doesn't seem fun or exciting is not going to be done by me. And I say that remembering and realizing the things that I've read are only a reflection of my own life. The law of abundance says that when you know your worth, when you know you are worthy, and when you act out of joy, when you change your mindset to tell the story that you want and not what is, you then receive your abundance, your inheritance in a joyful way. My story this year has nothing to do with working hard. And when I say working hard, I mean I will not waste 1 minute of my time considering work that doesn't bring me joy so that I think I'm working hard. I never want to think that I'm working hard. You understand what I'm trying to say? When I do music, when I write songs, when I make melodies and compositions, when I collect clothing for a music video, when I storyboard for a music video, I'm never working hard. I am living my good, joyful life. To other people, it may look like I'm working hard, but to me, this is just like I am having the most fun of my life. Every time this year I have worked hard, I have taken away attention from the things that bring me joy to make $100 doing something that makes me feel horrible, makes me feel like I have to do it or else I'm not going to be able to eat and my whole life is going to fall apart. I took away my attention from the things that bring me joy to do that. Guys, I'm not here to tell you I'm the greatest human on earth, but I know I'm talented. Friends, I know I'm talented. If I put as much hard work and grueling effort into the things that I do not like to do, into the things I actually like to do, the things that actually bring me joy, the things that I'm actually, thank God, I'm talented in, y'all, I would have been making bank all year. You cannot deny the God-given talent. You cannot deny. And yeah, sure, actually this year, there weren't that many opportunities for me to perform in person. In the beginning of the year, I had an opportunity to be on TV. I did it. I hated it. I hated that, guys. It wasn't the best experience. I realize now that I don't enjoy being on TV shows like that. There are other shows that I would enjoy or I believe I can go ahead and do without stress and be happy to do. And I will be on those TV shows when my time comes. But I realized when I did that opportunity what I wanted. And what I wanted was to not do those kinds of shows no more. So when the opportunities arose, I was like, actually, I'm not about it. But the issue was I was still focusing on what I didn't have. I didn't have money. I didn't have joy. I didn't have freedom to go outside. I didn't have freedom to perform this, there, that, and the third as I did last year. But guess what? There were opportunities, other things that came up to me. There's this live streaming thing that popped up. I'm forgetting the name of the website, but I'm going to do shows on it because that sounds exciting to me. I'm going to tell you guys about it. It's kind of like Twitch, but for singers. The problem with Twitch, I thought about doing Twitch, but with Twitch, I did some research. Maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. But you're not allowed to just be singing songs. You'll get screwed. You're not supposed to be doing that. You can't do performances of music and stuff like that on there. I guess if it's original music, then no one cares. But I don't know. We'll see. My point is, there were other opportunities for me to be joyful, for me to do the things I love to do, and make money. But I was afraid and scared, thinking about what I don't have. And so I chose to use my energy to work hard. And guess what? Can I tell you something? The fruits of my labor, working hard, didn't give me so much. They gave me enough for rent. Other times it wasn't enough for rent. Other times it wasn't enough to eat. This whole entire year I've been stacking up bills and bills that I have yet to pay because I was thinking about how much I don't have. and how much I have to work hard in order to have those things, and never once thinking about my joy. And when I did think about the things that are supposed to bring me joy, the music I've been sitting on for 2 years, the graphic design that my wonderful friend made for me for a year and some months, thinking it's not perfect yet. I can't release this. It's never going to be right. Turning my joyful creation into something that did not bring me joy. For what reason? Friends and loved ones, I come here to tell you today, I will not be working hard this year. I will only be following my joy. I will 100% be remembering how much worth. We all do this. We spend, me personally, maybe 15, 16 years of my life telling myself or internalizing the message, not even telling myself, but internalizing the message that I'm not worthy, that I'm not good enough. Nothing I do is good enough. And then it gets amplified. The moment that you leave your parents' house and you have to make something of yourself, it's amplified. And you believe that you have to work hard. You have to have grueling conditions. You have to do this, that, and the third in order for this, that, and the third to happen. Guess what? I'm not into it. When I think about what I was doing when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, that was like my peak years, of music and living my life. And like I said, for the majority of your life, you're internalizing ideas that you're not good enough. I think it's really amazing that at that time, that was before I was thrust into the world to do things all by myself, right? I was still a perfectionist and all of these things that are kind of a toxic mindset, but I was living my good life because I felt safe at home. So I would sing, I would do this, I would make music videos. Were they the best thing in the world? No. But for an 18-year-old, they were damn good. And guess what? I never had to worry about money at that time. Because baby girl, I was making so much money. I was doing contest after contest, performance after performance. One song. Good money. I don't want to say how much money, but you feel me? I did amazing things following my joy. Why is it that the minute that we're thrust into the real world, well, of course, we understand why, because it's a capitalistic world and we put pressure on ourselves, this imaginary pressure, and pressure from our parents or our family or wherever it's coming from, and ourselves, that tell us we have to be perfect or else we're going to fail. People are going to see us fail. We're not going to have any money to live or survive. We can't be joyful. We have to work hard. That's not what it's about, guys. That's not what it's about. And I know I understand that you hear people say like follow your bliss and these cliches and they sound so stupid, but I want to live my life joyfully. I want to be happy. If from now until I die, I have to have the mindset of hustling and working hard, then that was no life lived. I also want to say that I'm not ever going to be a starving artist stereotype. That's not what I'm trying to pursue either. And for anyone who might be a naysayer or be like, well, that's where you're going, it's absolutely not where I'm heading. The thing about starving artists is that they never quite realize their worth. That's the stereotype, right? Perfectionists don't think anything they do is worthy. That's the artist stereotype. I'm letting go of thinking that I'm not good enough. I've seen miraculous things when I thought that I was a little bit good enough. What if I changed my mind and said, yeah, I can achieve that. Why wouldn't I be able to make that much money? Why wouldn't I be able to get into that label? Why wouldn't I be able to do this, that, and the third? Because guess what? When I was 20 years old, in love with K-pop, feeling like it was like the farthest thing away from me, I was talking to my favorite idols. Who can have ever thought? So why can't I believe the best for myself now when there are so many things, you guys don't even know half of it. So many things set up for me. I'm telling you, there is a dream that's being dreamt for me, bigger than anything that I can ever think for myself, because I'm landed here where I am today with all of the dominoes. They were already set up. They are set up. The people who I've met, the people who I have access to, the people who I've hung out with, had Timek with. Y'all have no idea. And I'm sitting here too afraid. I'm sitting here feeling like I'm not worthy enough to say, hey, you are in love with my voice. We know that for a fact. But I'm too scared to ask you about who the A&R person is at your label so that I can send them my stuff. What kind of stupidness? These people, people want to love you and help you. That's the thing about human nature. It's I can go into that a little bit. People like to help you because they like how that feels for themselves. It's not about, humans being so altruistic. That's not really the case. But we love how that feels for ourselves. And I'm sitting here too afraid. People want to help you. How can they know if I never ask? How can I get to that dream that was dreamt for me by someone greater than me if I don't believe that I'm worthy of it? Meanwhile, I'm sitting right in it. What kind of nonsense? What kind of nonsense? You have come so far. We come this far because it's the natural movement of life. We expect that we'll grow older. We expect that we'll find it out some way or another. And so you have come this far. Maybe from your mindset, from your perspective, things are not perfect. But what if you expected better for your own life? What if you thought to yourself, I'm worthy, and really felt it? Not just saying it, but really believed it. And then expected good things for your life. Expected them. This is all such cliche. You heard that thing like, reach for the moon and you'll fall on the stars or whatever. Expect to get to the moon. You'll get to the moon. Forget the stars. The stars is just a step stool. You feel me? If you find yourself at the stars, you're like, oh yeah, of course I was gonna get to the stars because I'm going to the moon. Duh. The stars gotta come first, and then I'm gonna get to the moon. Like, I believe I have felt that God dream. I believe that I have had a taste of it when I was younger and just living my life, doing things out of joy. I don't think that I've ever had the full of it because there's a lot of trauma that needs to be healed. But that part, living my joy, doing extraordinary things that I would have never thought. I thought, yeah, I could do this, I could do that, I'm talented. But there was an even bigger dream that was unfolding right in front of me. Yeah, I might have thought like, yeah, I could enter this company. I could probably do this and I could live in South Korea. I'm doing it right now. That was an expectation. But on top of that, there's a dream that is being dreamt for you. that's bigger than anything you could ever imagine for yourself. I'm going to live that dream because what I'm doing right now, it's not working. It's not working, and there's proof. I have proof in my own life that doing the alternative works. It's not going to be easy all the time. I have to wake up every morning and tell myself that I'm worthy and tell myself that I'm living my new story of love and abundance. I'm going to tell you guys my new story in a different video, not tonight, but I've written it several times. My new story, which is one that I'm actually currently living. It's not easy to change your mindset. And like I said, 15, 16 years of you internalizing messages that tell you you're not enough, you're not worth anything unless you're making money or making someone else happy. All of these different toxic things that we absorb and believe about ourselves. Now I have to tell myself every day. And if I have to do that throughout my whole 20s, I have a habit lately of telling myself, oh my God, I'm so beautiful, because I really do feel it. I'm gorgeous. What a life. I'm living in this body with this face. Oh my God. It's not about being vain. It's about unlearning the fact that for years and years, I was telling myself, I'm not good enough. I'm worthy. I'm worthy of love just the way I am, just the way I look. I'm gorgeous. I'm smart. I'm kind. I'm talented. Oh, Lord. There's going to be a moment where I wake up in the morning and I feel worthy. I feel all of the abundance of my beautiful life filled with power, love, and sound mind. That morning is going to be so beautiful. And that right now, what I do is setting the tone for the rest of my life. Because God knows my story is filled with wealth, joy, love, power, and sound mind. Because it's inherent. I already have it. I'm just making my way towards it. And I hope that you guys feel it. I'm moving out of this room in 2 weeks and I have to pay rent. And I don't know where rent is coming from. Does it make me worry? Usually it does, but worrying doesn't really change the situation. What I have to do is find the solution. And that's okay. Right now is so temporary. My life is really charmed. My life is really lovely. I'm so blessed to be living this life that I'm living. Expect better, expect bigger, and remember you are worth more than gold. Believe it and move that way. Later, guys. I love you so much.